The term complementarian is closely tied to the founding of the Council on Biblical Manhood and Womanhood and the 1987 meeting in Danvers, Massachusetts, which produced the Danvers Statement on Biblical Manhood and Womanhood. Two of the most notable founders and drafters of that statement were John Piper and Wayne Grudem, who went on to co-edit the book Recovering Biblical Manhood and Womanhood, a response to evangelical feminism in 1991. Grudem said that at a Council for Biblical Manhood and Womanhood breakfast meeting in 1988, quote, "We coined the term complementarian as a one-word representation of our viewpoint." Denny Burke, the president of CBMW, said, quote, "The term emerged specifically as a shorthand to describe the theological vision of the Danvers Statement." In other words, if you want to know what complementarian is, you look to the 10 affirmations of the Danvers Statement. Burke made it clear that the Danvers Statement is a minimalistic viewpoint. The statement doesn't take a stand on eternal functional subordination, whether these principles apply to civic life, or what specific roles women may hold in ministry. This means someone could take different positions on those issues and still fall within the complementarian framework. Naturally, distinctions emerged, and people began referring to one another as soft or hard complementarians, depending on how far they applied the principles. For example, if you believed that a woman could teach men at a conference and be president of a nation, you were considered a soft complementarian. If you believe women should not hold civic authority and must wear a head covering during church services, you were labeled a hard complementarian. Burke explained, "Mere complementarianism does not deny that the teaching has been developed in different directions, some helpful and perhaps others not so helpful. Nevertheless, there have always been differences among complementarians over issues not covered in Danvers, differences which do not define complementarianism, but which are nevertheless important." What he is saying is complementarianism is a mere set of beliefs. People can come to different conclusions on the extent and specifics that are not listed in the statement and still accept the label complementarian. It was meant to allow for diversity within the complementarian framework. Can a woman be a CEO of a company? Can a woman be a deacon in a church? Can she pray publicly or read scripture during a church service? You could answer yes or no to these questions and still be complementarian.
Don't stop here. Finish the video above to learn even more about the similarities and differences between complementarianism and biblical patriarchy.